All right, everyone. It's Sunday. Normally, I'd be editing a podcast right now, but instead of doing a podcast today, I've decided to do a video on New World, and it's got issues. Not specifically gameplay issues, but it's not doing good things to hardware. Specifically, anybody with high-end graphics cards like the 3080s, 3090s. Um, yeah, we'll get into that. So, what is New World? Well, New World is a MMO, open world MMO, designed and developed by Amazon. This is Amazon's foray into the video game development arena. And the whole gist of it is that you're marooned on an island that has corrupted elements to it, and you're basically trying to survive. Now, you can do a lot of things in it. You can, there's a lot of grinding. If any of you have played WoW or EVE Online, you guys are used to that kind of uh, grinding. But you can have you can join a faction. You can join companies or clans or guilds or whatever they call them. I forget now what it is. It has a PVE slash PvP base, so you can enact PvP and go kill other people in the game. That's also how you can like take over other settlements. So, yeah, I mean it's interesting concept. I'll give them that. Um, I've played probably 10 hours, 20 hours since launch. I played probably 10 hours in the beta. So the beta had problems. And let's just get the negatives out of the way because it, it's got serious problems. So in the beta, they had an issue where they were something in the code for the game was frying motherboards. Now, I don't know. I'm not a software engineer. I'm not a hardware engineer. But in particular, during the beta, it was the EVA graphics cards, the 3080s, 3090s, that were having problems. They were just being bricked. Done. I believe EVA came out and said that there was a soldering point that when it got to a certain threshold was just popping. Um, but there's a whole video on this whole graphics card bricking with New World that Jay's 2 cents did. He just put it out just here recently. I'll link it in the description down below. Um, if you want the technical aspects of what all's transpired, go see his video. Um, but they put a patch out and it seemed to fix things. And then launch came, which it launched on the 28th. And they still have a problem. 2 days ago, which would have been the first, an article came out that said New World still bricking expensive graphics cards, say players. How do you not fix a problem? Now, from what Jay's saying in his video, it's now gigabyte graphics cards that are being bricked. 3080s, 3090s, 3080 Ti's, some 2080 Ti's. My experience with it is that it didn't brick my machine, but it crashed it. I was running a stream yesterday, and I lost my main screen for the game, went black, and my side screen went didn't go completely black, but it killed my stream. OBS gave me an encoder error. I had to completely shut down my machine and reboot it to get anything to work again. So, yeah. And then there's an article that came out 4 hours ago. Overpopulated New World servers no longer allowing new characters. I don't know about you, but that's not a good thing. Like for a supposed to be an open world, massive multiplayer, and they're now not allowing new characters because the worlds are overpopulated. Like, what did they think was going to happen when this game launched? So there's some issues, some serious issues on the hardware side. On the game side, I haven't had any issues. I mean, it was okay. I mean, it's an MMO. A lot of grinding, a lot of, missions and quests and stuff like that. That's to be expected in an MMO. But I don't see how you can put something out and not fix a fundamental problem unless the fundamental problem is in the engine that you use to design the game, in which case if that's the fact, to fix it they'd have to rewrite the whole game. Now, is that the case? I don't know. I'm not a software engineer. I'm not a hardware engineer. But I do know that there's a problem. Now, if you want me to give you a rating of the game, in my opinion, I mean, I've put 20 hours, maybe 30 hours into the launch, another 10 to 15 in the beta. I mean, hell, I put 2,000 hours into Destiny. So, like, I'm used to a grind. I'm used to something that makes me want to, like, work at a game. And this one has the potential of being really, really good, especially in the respect of, grinding things and doing things. But how do you overcome an issue where you're bricking graphics cards? So, just so you all have an idea of the engine that they use, they're using what's called Amazon Lumberyard, which previously was known as CryEngine, which was released in 2002. Now, if I remember right, CryEngine had an issue in 2005 where it was crashing machines. If I were to rate the game just on gameplay alone, I'd give it an 8. If I were to rate the game overall, knowing that it has issues with graphics cards crashing and dying, 3, maybe 4 at tops. I have it, and I'm probably not going to play it until Amazon fixes it. So, yeah. It's not a good thing. It's not a good thing at all. So, I'll leave it at that. That's my little 2 cents I'm gonna give. I will say, if you're thinking about getting the game and you're thinking about playing it, if you're running a high end graphics card, be very careful. Those graphics cards are still hard to find. I don't know. If it was me, I wouldn't take the chance. But you got to make those calls yourself. I'm just throwing the information out there. If if it doesn't crash and you enjoy it, great. I mean, gameplay wise, it's a good game. But man, that's that's scary to think that you could lose a what's now currently on the market several $1,000 graphics card. Like I don't know if I could roll that dice. So, but anyway, that's my opinion, my 2 cents. Um, Let me know what you think, and everybody have a good day.